Hey guys, today I want to talk about a statement that I heard recently that 99% of artists won't make it. That's a pretty strong statement that 99% of the artists today won't make it. And of course, um, what does it mean to make it? And I think we are talking about being able to live of your art and why that is so difficult to achieve. So I made a couple of notes here quickly, and why that is so. And I'm an artist myself, so I'm not going to say that I agree with the statement, but I can see that there's a, a big force not against us, but it's a big challenge to be able to make a living from being an artist. The first thing that I want to state is that you know you need support, and what does support mean? That's why all artists want to be in a gallery. Why do you want to be in a gallery? Because the gallery has resources, they have money, they have a team, and they have connections. They are the ones that can place you in places. They're the ones that can promote you to the collectors base that they have, so they have a whole network. Of course, all this did cost time and money for them as well, so it's basically economy or basic economy. You cannot expect to get into a gallery just like this and benefit from all the labor they have done before to reach where they are. So you need to treat your art um, hobby or passion as a business. You need to treat it as a business. It means production, marketing, and sales. And I want to first define what artist you may be, or the scales of artists. I have art students, hobby artists, full-time artists but that are struggling, hustling, full-time artists, and then you have the superstar artists. So I have one, two, three, four, five different scales that I think are the type of artist you can fall under. Um, let's talk about art students. When I started painting, I am, by the way, I am not, I did not attend any art school or anything, and nor do I find that I need to be attending an art school to be an artist. I think you are not. Everybody can be an artist. Everybody is actually an artist, and the difference between this and the other artist, let's say, is the one that can portray his artistic ideas on being a sculpture or a painting or whatever medium he chooses. You don't have to go to art school. I first of all, I hate schools and institutions because you learn all the stuff that you don't need to learn, so to speak. I like to be going to a school, and I would still love to learn something on a certain focus. I want to learn a technique. I don't want to learn about art history and um, what can I say? What do you learn in an art school? It's not only about technique. I think it's much more academic stuff than actually doing this one thing well, like certain techniques. So but let's not get into this. But the only benefit that I see from people that go to art schools is that when they come out of the art school, they should have a network. This is the only thing that I think is good about attending an art school. The bad thing is, of course, you have debt, but the network is very important. But there are even still artists that went to art school and are still not succeeding because, again, in the art school, you did not get any training on treating your art enterprise, so to speak, as a business. That is what is lacking in. I've been hearing this all over that they don't teach you this at art school. So you get a big debt, and but the good thing is, like I said, networking, because you have friends that are now so-called artists, and maybe your friends that you went to school with did get an opportunity at the gallery, and maybe like this you can get into a gallery or do some gigs left and right. That's the only good thing I can think of about art students. The next one is the hobby artists. He's the guy or girl that paints on the side. He has no distinct style yet, and he shows his works to friends and family. And maybe if he did the effort, he puts it at the local. He puts his art at the local cafe or a restaurant. The next one is the full-time struggling artist. I fall almost in this category. He's constantly hustling, you know, want to get in the galleries, wants to get attention from the media, sending emails, being on all the social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, being constantly hustling basically, and sell once in a while. Then you have the full-time artists, and I think that this is where everybody wants to be. That this is the one that has a good gallery that supports the artists. Look, let's say that I am that full-time struggling, hustling artist. You know, I am in galleries, but the galleries are, um, but we I have to get in another conversation about this, about finding galleries. You know, I need to find galleries that you think are good for you, that they have that style that you like, where you could fit in. But let's not get into this. That's not a whole other story. What I want to say is the good gallery that supports the artists. I am in a few galleries, but the gallery game is also it's a tough world. The gallerists are only out there to make money. So if you finally succeed to find one gallery, and you send your paintings over, and they it costs you time and money to make these paintings, it costs you money to send it to them, then you don't know what they are doing with your paintings. Yeah, you would expect that they will hang them. Yeah, they will hang them, but you don't necessarily know if they hang there full time. Are they hanging in a good spot? Maybe the gallery will feel that, oh shit, we didn't sell anything for 2 weeks of this guy. Let's put him somewhere else. And you, the little artist, don't know what's going on with your art, and you're not making any sales, because the gallerist is like that little shark, and he wants to make the money. And if he does not see it producing quick money, you are being degraded a little bit. So that is not a good gallery to be in. Even though it is nice that at least you are showing your work in a gallery, it's very tough to find that gallery. Like I said, if you are a full-time, the nice um, category of being a full-time artist, meaning being with good galleries that support the artist. It means it's a gallery that becomes a friend, that really believes in you. He wants to put all his resources into the work because he absolutely loves your work. He loves the art. He loves the arts in general. Feels for the artist, a relationship. Very tough to find a gallerist like this, but you can only find out by actually getting involved with one, and later find out if it's a good one or not. And then we have the superstar artists. Those are the big names of living artists that you see today. They are in blue chip galleries, and the artist is the king. The artist can do whatever he wants. The gallery will sell it. The gallery is on his knees to get his work but this is a pipe dream. This is with extensive connections, maybe those connections from the art school, where your art friends from school, maybe one was a curator and placed you in through networking. Um, this is about networking. You, I don't believe you can get from a hobby artist to a full-time struggling artist to a full-time to become a superstar artist. Maybe it could happen, but it would take you 20 years. It's all about time. So again, back to that earlier statement, 99 of artists won't make it. So I don't know what you think about what I just said. Um, I'm a full-time artist. I do this every day. I'm not going to say that I paint every day because I don't want to produce and just have my paintings sitting around. You see, I have my canvas everywhere here. I don't want to produce and have canvases everywhere. So I am mostly, I would say that I'm busy 80% probably hustling online. Let's say 75% hustling, 15% sketching and artistic ideas, and 10% painting. And I think that's, of course, you would want to be that full-time artist where you don't have to do the hustling and just produce and paint. That would be nice, but that's very tough if you actually need to make a living where art pays your bills. It's like a little rat race. Like I need to sell something. I need to sell something because I need to pay my rent. It's a whole different scenario. So I hope you like my little video, and if you have any comment, please comment below. I'll try to make more videos like this from an artist perspective. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Thank you very much.